Hello everyone, welcome back to another Northwestern Reviews. It's definitely been a very long time since I've done one of these. I mean, the last one was on Diesel 10 and that was just over a year ago. So to change that, we'll be talking about Ryan. Ryan was first introduced in the movie Sodor's Legend of the Lost Treasure. He's based on the Great Northern Railway Class N2 with purple paint and gold lining. He's a kind and friendly engine that took over Thomas's branch line for a while after the little blue tank engine caused a major wreck at Knapford. Later on, Thomas would start to warm up to him, and by the end of the movie, became good friends. He would also later run the Harwick branch line with Daisy, pulling passengers and goods in season 20. One thing I really do like about the model is how much better in quality it is to its Trackmaster counterpart. Before I gained this version of him, I only ever had the Trackmaster. However, it's not the best. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty good, and it has some things that I do like about it, but it's just the overall quality and the look of him that I just don't like. He's got a lot of compressed details, which kinda makes the model feel shrunken, and not to mention from certain angles how chunky the boiler looks. Though it is Trackmaster 2, and you can't expect them to all look good. And one thing I absolutely despise is that they gave him black wheels when he clearly doesn't. But that could just be due to laziness and not caring at all. I do like that the face is pretty accurate, and I guess the rest of the model looks fine. Despite the Trackmaster 2 Ryan not being the best in my opinion, I feel like Plarail on the other hand did a great job at handling Ryan. I was able to get him as an early Christmas gift, alongside a brake van that would end up being used to make my custom Spiteful brake van. One thing that I love about this model of Ryan is even though he kinda looks a little big to me, the proportions are pretty accurate to how he looks in the show. One major step up is definitely the boiler, as not only does it line up with the smoke box, but it also has molded on pipes that look far better than the Trackmaster version. Though I don't like that the nameplate is just a golden rectangle. I wish they could have added his name on similar to how they did Murdoch or just printed one onto him. Another thing that I really like about him is that the wheels are painted, minus the middle wheel, which is a little annoying, but it's still pretty good to have a Ryan with painted wheels. Even his back wheel is painted. I also really like the detail on this guy. The pipes on his boiler look great, and I love the safety valve, even though they're not painted. Same thing for the handrails, as I like that they're there, but it's a shame that they're not painted. And the lining on the splashers and tanks looks really nice too. I always liked the gold lining with the purple paint that he had, though I will say I wish they painted the lamp and buffer beam on the bunker. I also wish that they painted the brake pipe, which is something I was genuinely happy to see have added to him, as that's not something you see every day. But that's just a nitpick. And also, why did they have to put this on the back of the bunker underneath the lamp? Couldn't they have just put this on the inside of the model or on the chassis somewhere? And speaking of the bunker, where's the coal detail? The rest of the engines that I've seen all have coal detail, and when I look at Ryan, it's just painted black. But hey, at least it's better than having a shrunken bunker. For the front of the model, I don't really have much to say. Unfortunately, when I got this model, his buffers had broken off, but thankfully the rest of his front is still intact. Some things that I love about him is how the running board and lamp are painted along with the coupling. The smoke box is a little big in my opinion, but that's not a problem for me, and I rather like it like this. And as for the face, it's in pretty good condition despite the eyebrows being a little worn down. I also really like how the face looks. I know some people aren't really a fan of the face, but to me it looks like Ryan, and I just like it a little more, and kinda prefer it than the Trackmaster 2 Ryan face. And come on, you gotta love that smile. For any general complaints at the front, it would be that I don't really like those weird bump things under his face, and that these things aren't painted purple like it is in the show. But those are all just nitpicks. Something else I'd like to mention is how smoothly this guy runs on the track. He's not really the fastest, but he runs at a pretty good speed and pulls anything smoothly too. Even though he's a little worn down in some areas and how the front buffers are completely gone, the Plarail Ryan is a great model overall, and I'm very happy to own him and have him in my collection. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!